Everything that is, is. This is an idea I've been exploring today. Kosho Uchiyama. He writes in Opening the Hand of Thought, if I sit and speak with you, or a person in real time, the sight of you can be seen on my retinas, and vice versa. We are. Just like when I'm here looking out onto the Atlantic Ocean, I am with this ocean, with this colossal configuration of beings. I am with them. They rub off on me, I rub off on them. This is the ground of finding the true self behind the small ego self that puts itself in competition against all others, all other views, all other beliefs, all other even people beyond the clan or the perceived group. I'm going to have a wee look now at Meister Eckhart. Got a lovely book here on the Rhineland mystics. Meister Eckhart used to go on about detachment, letting go, and in letting go there was God. He spoke of the Holy Spirit actually as like a mighty river like the Rhine. I'm sure he was close to the Rhine when he said it. I'm close to the Atlantic Ocean when I say it. Like a mighty river that on the day of Pentecost was allowed to burst its banks without anything to hold it back and just pour itself out on all those who are ready to receive. And he says, as you let go, as you detach from all that we cling to, other than God, he says, God will fill the ground of our being, because we come forth from God, made in his image and likeness, being lent from and poured out from the source of all being. I'll just get a wee bit here. This is from Sermon 48. It says, in the same way I say of those who have destroyed themselves in themselves, in God and in all creatures, that they have taken up the lowest position of all, and that God must pour himself in his entirety into them, or he is not God. I swear by the eternal truth that God must pour himself to the full extent of his ability into those who have given themselves up to the ground of their being, the Grund. And he must do so in such a way that he holds nothing back of his life, his being, his nature, or of the fullness of his divinity. God must pour in a fructifying way all that he is into those who have given themselves up to him and who have taken up the lowest position of all. And that lowest position for Meister Eckhart was not making a show of virtues or being a goody two-shoes or whatever. It was to be who we truly are, to be receptors, to be receiving from God with the mind and the will, one could say with the heart at all times, as a habitual thing, our being from God. It was to become the Shema Israel, the listen, Israel, to become an open ear. Let he who is with ears, let he who has ears, let him hear what the Spirit has to say. As far as you depart from all things, thus far, no less and no more, does God enter you with all that is his. And it's so very in keeping with the kind of practices of Zen and whatnot, to detach, to let go, to just be with the thoughts that come up. Recognize they're just thoughts, like secretions. Ideas, they're just ideas, like secretions. To let go, so that God can burst the banks of his generosity, his life, his Spirit into us. He must become more, and we must become less, as St. John the Baptist said.